feel like a forever when they're at 4 o'clock. But it has only been 2 days with Champions League football yesterday and the day before. Zidane should be dropping in pretty soon. But I want to know the issues to talk about. The Champions League, watch the City game against Madrid yesterday. Watch the Warriors game against Lakers last night. Whole heap of things that I talk about. Whole heap of things. Having watched the game last night, people, nobody can convince me that this matchup argument is not overrated. Lakers lost that game not because they never match up well with Warriors. Warriors came out determined. It was about a team that knew that their season was on the line. Draymond Green come out firing. Andrew Wiggins came out firing. It's about passion for the thing, quality, ability, fast pace. Shots go down. Some days your shots go down, some days they won't. I think who I mark you is a minor part. But I don't know. I can't be convinced about the matchup argument that it is worth more than just a passing mention. And I was listening to the commentators, them, you know. And when most of the commentators who I was listening, the reason why them said this team is leading over that team. The Golden State Warriors are there. Them never ever one time say, well, they're winning the matchup battle here tonight. None at all. But maybe me just a basketball name. All right, so let's set the first one. Mount Salem we started. Mount Salem, how you go?
Yeah, man. Good. Wait, so Mr. Matthews not there yet?
Not here yet. I expect him anytime though.
Well, yeah, I don't want it to seem that we are not what's the word I'm looking for? Not considerate of Baggio's situation. Actually I am, because I too have lost people that way. But I just want to give Baggio just one, because the people beating him are rough, and rightly so. I just want to give him one scripture to because he's a man who loves the Bible. Just read Matthew 18, 21 to 35. And it speaks, and that scripture speaks of a man who he owed his master a lot of money. And his master forgave him. And he went out and somebody else owed him. And that person asked him to forgive him. And he will pay. And he would not take it. He sent that person in prison. And and the people saw that and informed the master what had happened. And the master took it out back at him because he did not forgive the person for the less. So I think the biggest thing about this thing is that you should just learn forgiveness. I know it is hard. It's very hard, Mr. Higgins. I'm not going to say it's easy, because growing up without a father, even whether your father is dead or not, it's not good. So to know that your father went out like that is bad. But just learn forgiveness, Baggio. Nothing personal. Just see if you can learn some forgiveness. And he should forgive you too, Mr. Higgins.
For what?
Whatever he thinks you did to him.
What is it you think I could possibly do?
I don't know, but if you did something to him, he should forgive you too. Oh. Yeah, anyway, sports now, Mr. Higgins.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Zidane has just dropped.
Yes. Good afternoon, Monty.
Yes, Mr. Matthews. You are the one I wanted to talk to about it. There's an interview with Pep. When Pep was asked about not making a substitution on Tuesday, because people was beating him about it. And he was saying that no matter what he does, people will criticize, because last year he made substitution and Madrid actually came back. And one of the persons that they want him to put on was Mahrez. Yeah. And he was actually explaining that while Mahrez is a very good player, Bernardo Silva gives him a better option in the defensive part of it. What do you think about?
Yeah, man, and based on the situation, in the latter stages of the game, Real Madrid was playing at a very high level. They were under, Man City was under a lot of pressure, so he probably never wanted to go weaken him team defensively.
Yes, so he said while he could have scored, yes, he could have scored, but to go back home 1-1 is better than going back home 2-1 or 3-1, because the players that Madrid put on was actually pacey players.
Yes.
So if he had made those changes, breaking up the momentum of the team.
Well, they lost in Madrid last year, and they held Madrid to a draw this year. If they had done that last year, they would have gone through.
No, what he's saying, Mr. Matthews, he's saying last year he made changes.
Yes, and I'm saying I'm
late in the game.
No, but I'm saying too, yes. So he got a point this year, so it means that tactically he did better than he did last year. So
even Highgate is beating him for it too, not making the changes.
No, but Highgate, no matter play Highgate a credible when it comes out.
Yes, so I think it's a good result for him, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, man, you go back home, man. You have a game to win. You go back home, you know, win the game, man.
Yeah, but one last thing. Why didn't anyone match up to Draymond Green last night?
I'm
telling about this matchup thing, I'm not so.
I don't understand why nobody match up to Draymond Green last night.
Yeah, no matter for Orville this matchup thing, no matter for because all the coaches talk about is getting the right matchup. So nobody try water them.
Hey, when me see the game last night, I said how Draymond game came up. Boom! In the first few minutes, I'm saying, I mean, the betting money would be that Golden State would win on their home side in a desperate game 5.
While I don't believe in it, but it